Taking responsibility. When you are called home, when you are somehow struck by the absolutely mysterious and irrevocable desire to know the truth of who you are, then you must be willing to put aside every story of separation. Every story of separation is a story of war. Human beings have been making war in every culture for a very long time. Culture is a reflection of the individual mind, and the individual mind is a reflection of the cultural mind. Since you are hearing this, I assume you are interested in peace in your own mind. You are not waiting for them to make peace. This is good news, because war is fought to get others to do it our way so that we can live in peace. When you stop waiting for them and instead shift your attention to your own mind, then you can recognize the tendency toward war in your own mind. The tendencies of totalitarianism, hate, revenge, and holding on. And you can recognize the suffering that these tendencies continue to deliver. Somehow, in the face of it all, you find you want peace. You are sick and tired of the war within your own mind. You may even express it in a conscious prayer, a plea for help, for understanding, for deliverance, for grace. Grace is here now. It is knocking at your door. You have a chance to be at peace in this moment. You only need to accept the invitation of your own heart right now, regardless of outer or inner circumstances, and let yourself sink into the peace of your innermost being. Unless all of us take the responsibility for our own inner peace, the wars will continue. We cannot wait any longer for someone else to change. We cannot wait for someone else to forgive us so that then we can forgive them. We cannot wait for someone else to say they are sorry. Peace cannot be postponed. Recognize that to whatever degree the war is going on in your own mind, it is based on one thing: the firm belief that you are a separate entity, separate from your parents, your children, your lover, or your enemy. All wars are based upon the ignorance of our own true nature and the illusion of separation. When you firmly believe that you are separate from the totality, separate from peace, separate from love, you protect yourself. That protection takes many forms, involving personal and territorial identification. The horror is that if what you are protecting is the thought of who you are, it does not in reality even exist. It is only a thought. And whenever a thought is honestly investigated, it is found to have no inherent reality. Yet this thought of who you are has immeasurable power because it becomes the filter of all experiences of reality. When you look through tinted glass, reality takes on that tint. It isn't that reality is tinted. The tinted glass mediates and distorts reality. People fight for the distortion that this I, as an individual or as a group, is separate from all other beings. And yet that I is actually nothing. It is a made-up story. Yet in the belief that the story is reality, there is colossal tragedy and suffering. When this I that is assumed to be real and separate is examined by consciousness, it is discovered to be none other than consciousness itself. As a conscious human being, you have the opportunity to discover that never, not even for an instant, is it possible to be separate from consciousness, from the source of everything, from God. Once you discover this directly, you then broadcast it with every breath you take. Whether you speak of this discovery or never speak again, you will broadcast it through the natural radiance of your being. In your willingness to take that chance, to accept that invitation, you will naturally share that peace everywhere. At this point in time, in this theater of consciousness, you have the opportunity to discover what is deeper than human being, what is before human being. That beingness is actually the source of human being. It is the source of plant being, animal being, sentient being, and insentient being. That beingness is alive with intelligence and presence, and it wants to know itself in you so that it can know itself everywhere.